that may alert them to the limits of their current design. Meaning, like I said, they embrace flaws. They embrace being wrong. They embrace knowing they're wrong. They embrace contradictions. They embrace people who will expose them. They embrace people who will show them they're wrong. You know how uncomfortable that is? That's embarrassing. That's why a lot of people don't make it past 1 or 2. It's not only, see, I can show more empathy to the people who don't go from level 1 to 2 to 3, because it's just a hard choice to abandon everything you've believed into this far. I can empathize with that. But I can't respect the people who just have a fear of embarrassment, who just don't want to be wrong. They might even, that's why I said this, the second level is worse than the first. Even though it's higher, it's worse than the first. Cause you have more self-awareness you might be able to get to level 3. But you choose, like I said, when that person realizes that the light is too bright, they have a choice to, like I said in the beginning, they have a choice to reduce the world's complexity or to increase their own. And they purposely choose not to increase their own. They stay comfortable. They stay where they're at. And I can't respect that. They don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want to be wrong. They don't want to, and they want to be ashamed of themselves. They don't want to face themselves. They don't want to face their shadow. They don't want to do this. And like I said, it's not a lot of people's fault, because like I said, you have your day-to-day life. You might have a 7 to 3 at school. You go to school from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. You might have a 9 to 5 job. You might have an after-school program. You might have a social community service, or whatever the case may be. You got over 10 plus social media apps: Tinder, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, the video game, Xbox, PS4, Fortnite, whatever the case may be. All these apps which already constrict your time and attention. So you literally just don't even have time to face yourself sometimes, or to go through this process. And then have on top of that, it's hard. So you're not only being distracted, but it's hard to get away from distraction, because it just is uncomfortable. You'll question your entire existence. So like I said, being a 3, looking at a 1 is not looking down on anyone or shaming anyone or talking shit. You honestly feel bad. It's a sort of like similar like depression that you get, realizing that some of these people might be your family members. Some of these people might be your friends, people you grew up with, people you trust and knew your whole life, and knowing that they might be stuck on that level of consciousness their entire life, and that they won't change or aren't willing to change, and that's just the way they are. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going though. But you still can love them as they are. But just that realization that if you really showed them who you were and how you truly thought and how you truly challenged things, and you know what I'm saying, that's just how it would be. You know what I mean? So let's keep going though. It says they value their filter, and it's a
Hold on. Mother just made me some food.